Have you ever felt like the world is spinning out of control? The endless noise, the constant pressure to keep up, and the overwhelming feeling that there's never enough time to just breathe, it's exhausting. We all crave peace, but in today's chaotic world, it often feels impossible to find. What if I told you that nearly 2,000 years ago, someone discovered a way to rise above the chaos and find clarity in the midst of it all? That someone was Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of the greatest Stoic philosophers in history. He lived through war, political betrayals, personal loss, and even a deadly plague. Yet through it all, he found a way to remain calm, focused, and at peace. His personal writings, known as meditations, offer timeless wisdom on how to master your thoughts and navigate life's challenges with grace. In this video, we'll uncover the lessons Marcus Aurelius left behind, lessons that can help you find peace in today's chaotic world. These aren't abstract ideas or philosophical jargon. They're practical tools you can use every single day to calm your mind, overcome obstacles, and live with purpose. Ready to begin? Let's dive in. Marcus Aurelius didn't live an easy life. As the ruler of the Roman Empire, he faced war, political betrayals, personal loss, and even a devastating plague. Yet, through it all, he remained steadfast in his belief that peace was something found within, not in the external world. His philosophy teaches us how to master our thoughts, overcome challenges, and cultivate inner calm. These lessons are not just for scholars or historians. They are for anyone who wants to thrive in a chaotic world. One of Marcus's central ideas is the concept of focusing on what we can control. He reminds us that while we may not have power over external events, we have complete authority over our minds. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet profound idea is life-changing. How often do we find ourselves consumed by things we can't change? A rude comment from a co-worker, a missed opportunity, or an unexpected turn of events, all of these can weigh us down. But when we realize that our power lies in our response, not the event itself, we begin to reclaim our peace. For example, imagine you're facing criticism at work. It's easy to get defensive or allow it to ruin your day. But what if you paused and asked yourself, what part of this can I control? You might realize that while you can't change someone's opinion, you can control how you respond, whether it's with humility, calmness, or a willingness to improve. By focusing on your reaction, you protect your inner peace. Another profound teaching from Marcus Aurelius is the importance of living in the present moment. He believed that much of our suffering comes from either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. In Meditations, he wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This isn't to say that we shouldn't learn from the past or plan for the future, but that our true power lies in the here and now. Think about how often we let our minds wander into territory that causes us unnecessary stress. We replay old conversations, wondering what we could have said differently, or we imagine worst-case scenarios that may never happen. These mental habits pull us away from the present moment, where our true life is happening. Marcus reminds us that peace comes from anchoring ourselves in the now. A practical way to embrace this lesson is through mindfulness. When you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause and focus on your breathing. Pay attention to your surroundings, the sounds, the colors, the sensations. This simple practice brings you back to the present, where you can act with clarity rather than reacting out of fear or habit. Marcus Aurelius also teaches us about the transient nature of life. He often reflected on the idea that everything we experience is temporary, both the good and the bad. He wrote, "All things fade away and are soon replaced by others." While this may sound somber, it's actually a liberating thought. When we remember that nothing lasts forever, we can let go of our attachments to outcomes and approach life with a sense of balance. Consider a time when you felt deeply upset about something, a failed relationship, a missed opportunity, or a personal loss. At the moment, it might have felt like the end of the world, but as time passed, the intensity of those emotions likely faded. Remembering the impermanence of our struggles can help us navigate them with greater resilience. At the same time, it reminds us to cherish the joys and connections we have in the present, knowing they too are fleeting. Marcus's reflections also touch on the importance of self-discipline. He believed that inner peace is not something we stumble upon, but something we cultivate through deliberate practice. This means aligning our actions with our values, even when it's difficult. He wrote, "You must build up your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible." In today's world, self-discipline can feel like a rare skill. We're surrounded by distractions, from social media to endless entertainment, that pull us away from what truly matters. But when we focus on taking small, intentional actions each day, whether it's showing kindness, working diligently, or taking care of our health, we begin to create a life that reflects our highest values. For instance, imagine you have a goal to improve your physical health. The temptation to skip a workout or indulge in unhealthy habits can be strong, but by reminding yourself of your broader purpose and focusing on just one action at a time, whether it's preparing a healthy meal or going for a short walk, you build the discipline needed to reach your goal. Another cornerstone of Marcus Aurelius's philosophy is his belief in the interconnectedness of all things. He often wrote about the importance of seeing ourselves as part of a larger whole, rather than isolated individuals. He said, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." This perspective encourages us to think beyond our own needs and consider how our actions affect others. In a chaotic world, it's easy to feel disconnected or even adversarial toward others. But when we remember that we're all part of the same human experience, it fosters compassion and empathy. Instead of viewing others as obstacles or competitors, we can see them as partners in the shared journey of life. This shift in mindset not only brings peace to our interactions, but also helps us navigate challenges with greater understanding. Building on the idea of interconnectedness, Marcus Aurelius emphasized the value of kindness and understanding in our interactions. He believed that by showing patience and empathy, we could create harmony not only for others, but also within ourselves. In Meditations, he wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil." This isn't a pessimistic view of humanity, it's a realistic one. Marcus wasn't advocating that we expect the worst from others, but rather that we prepare ourselves to respond with grace when people fall short of our expectations. By accepting the flaws of others as part of the human condition, we free ourselves from the frustration and anger that often arise in difficult interactions. For example, think about a time when someone was rude to you, a colleague, a stranger, or even a loved one. It's natural to feel offended or defensive in the moment. But what if you approach the situation with Marcus's mindset? What if you reminded yourself that their behavior is a reflection of their own struggles, not of your worth? By doing so, you shift your focus from reacting emotionally to responding with understanding. This doesn't mean you have to tolerate bad behavior, but it does mean you can protect your peace by not letting it affect you deeply. Another profound teaching from Marcus Aurelius is his perspective on adversity. He believed that challenges are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way. This idea is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a powerful tool for finding peace in the face of chaos. When we encounter difficulties, our instinct is often to resist or avoid them. But Marcus reminds us that adversity is a natural part of life, and that it's through overcoming challenges that we become stronger. Consider a time when you faced a significant setback, such as losing a job or facing a personal failure. While it may have felt devastating in the moment, it likely taught you valuable lessons or pushed you toward unexpected opportunities. This mindset doesn't come naturally. It requires practice. The next time you're faced with a challenge, try reframing it as an opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? By embracing obstacles as part of the journey, you transform them into stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. Marcus Aurelius also reminds us to let go of the need for external validation. In a world where so much of our self-worth is tied to likes, shares, and approval from others, his wisdom is a powerful antidote. He wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." This insight is a call to focus on living in alignment with your values, rather than seeking approval from others. External validation is fleeting, and the opinions of others are often shaped by their own biases and insecurities. True peace comes from within, from knowing that you're living authentically and staying true to your principles. For instance, imagine you're nervous about sharing a creative project with the world, fearing judgment or criticism. Instead of letting these fears hold you back, remind yourself that your worth isn't determined by how others perceive you. Focus on the satisfaction of creating something meaningful, regardless of how it's received. By doing so, you free yourself from the burden of others' opinions and find fulfillment in the process itself. Another cornerstone of Marcus Aurelius's philosophy is gratitude. Despite the hardships he faced, Marcus often reflected on the things he was thankful for. He wrote, "Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then, thankfully, remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours." Gratitude is a powerful practice that shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have. In a chaotic world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more success, more possessions, more recognition. But when we pause to appreciate the blessings in our lives, we cultivate a sense of contentment that no external achievement can provide. A simple way to incorporate this into your daily routine is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. It could be the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or a moment of quiet reflection. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to focus on the positives, bringing a greater sense of peace and joy into your life. Marcus Aurelius also teaches us the importance of purpose. He believed that living a meaningful life comes from contributing to something greater than ourselves. He wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do?" This idea encourages us to align our actions with our higher purpose, even when it's difficult. In a chaotic world, it's easy to feel aimless or overwhelmed by the sheer number of options and distractions available to us. But when we have a clear sense of purpose, it acts as a guiding light, helping us navigate life's complexities with focus and determination. To discover your purpose, reflect on what truly matters to you. What brings you joy? What impact do you want to have on the world? Once you have a sense of your purpose, use it as a compass to guide your decisions and actions. This clarity not only brings peace, but also gives your life a deeper sense of fulfillment. Finally, Marcus Aurelius reminds us of the importance of self-awareness. He believed that by observing our thoughts and behaviors, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and make choices that align with our values. He wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig." In today's fast-paced world, self-awareness is more important than ever. Without it, we risk being swept away by distractions and impulses that pull us away from what truly matters. By taking time to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you gain the clarity needed to live intentionally. A practical way to cultivate self-awareness is through journaling or meditation. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your experiences, asking yourself questions like, what did I do well today? Where can I improve? Am I living in alignment with my values? This practice not only helps you stay grounded, but also empowers you to make better choices in the future. In the end, Marcus Aurelius's philosophy isn't about perfection, it's about progress. He understood that we are all flawed and that life will always present challenges. But instead of being discouraged by this reality, he saw it as an opportunity to grow. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This simple statement is a reminder that peace and virtue come not from endless contemplation, but from action. In a chaotic world, it's easy to fall into the trap of overthinking. We worry about whether we're making the right choices, living up to expectations, or achieving enough. But Marcus Aurelius teaches us that the path to peace lies in doing the best we can with what we have, right where we are. Each day is an opportunity to practice kindness, patience, and resilience. Even small actions, like helping a friend, staying calm in traffic, or resisting the urge to complain, can bring us closer to the life we want to live. As we reflect on his teachings, it becomes clear that the key to peace is not found in escaping chaos, but in embracing it with the right mindset. Chaos is a part of life. It's unavoidable. But with the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius as our guide, we can learn to navigate it with grace and clarity. His lessons remind us that we have the power to shape our experience of the world, not by controlling external events, but by mastering our thoughts, actions, and responses. So, as you go about your day, take these lessons to heart. Control what you can and let go of the rest. Live in the present moment and embrace the impermanence of life. Show kindness to others even when it's difficult, and look for the opportunity hidden within every challenge. Let go of the need for validation, cultivate gratitude, and align your actions with your purpose. And above all, stay self-aware, reflecting on your thoughts and actions so that you can continue to grow. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius is timeless because it speaks to the core of what it means to be human. His writings remind us that peace isn't something we stumble upon, it's something we cultivate through intentional practice. Each day is a chance to apply these lessons and take one step closer to a life of calm, clarity, and purpose. Ask yourself, what is one small change I can make today to bring more peace into my life? Maybe it's pausing before reacting to a stressful situation, or perhaps it's taking a moment to express gratitude for something you often overlook. Whatever it is, remember that progress comes one step at a time. If you found these lessons valuable, consider sharing them with someone who might need a little more peace in their life. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights on how ancient wisdom can help us navigate the challenges of modern life. Together, we can embrace the chaos and find the peace we've been searching for.